Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and welcome to my new show about flat earthers and all the news that's going on. I don't know what to call it yet. Ahoy hoy, I am Alexa Jonas, and I don't like that they're putting chemicals in the frogs that's turning the friggin' water gay! So, welcome to Flat Earth News. I am your host, Planarwalk, because Alexa Jonas will get me banned off the internet. Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and welcome to Flat Earth News. A show where one of the philosophies held is, it doesn't matter so much that someone was wrong and has to correct themselves. What matters is that someone corrects themselves when they are wrong. Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and you're watching Flat Earth News, the show that's having a slow and painful death, which is a good thing, because it means that Flat Earth is also suffering a slow and painful death. Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and welcome to Flat Earth News, which, according to journalism, is probably one of the least trustworthy news sources to ever exist. Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and yes, I'm still around, so welcome to Flat Earth News. Ahoy hoy, I'm Planarwalk, and this Flat Earth News has taken a while to get done, but that's because when NASA asked me, hey, what debunkers would you like in your 1 year special? I just responded with yes. So welcome to Flat Earth News. So, because this is both a 5,000 subscriber celebration, because yes, I reached that recently as well, and it's a 1 year special of Flat Earth News, I've decided to do a face reveal of who I really am. And it probably will come as no surprise to everyone. So here we go.
Ahoy hoy, I'm Heath, and Planarwalk is actually my clone. For those who've been saying that we are the same person, I, for one, can't even do the Australian accent because I wasn't raised by Wolfie 6020.
Well, with that out of the way, let's get into the news. And we'll go over some of the interesting stories that happened over the past year. So one of the things I've covered quite a lot of in Flat Earth News is copyright and community guideline strikes, whether it be Nathan Oakley, Fight the Flat Earth, or Team Skeptic. And at one point there were even allegations that I had issued community guideline strikes, which isn't how that works.
Hey Planarwalk.
Oh hey, what's up?
I covered the Oakley strike, not you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you were about to talk about a new copyright strike, right?
Yes, how did you know that?
It literally says it on the script I'm reading off now.
Good point. What about it?
Well, shouldn't somebody who had something to do with your most viewed video be covering this?
Way ahead of you there. Hey, SciManDan.
What's up, Planarwalk? Hi, Creaky.
Hi.
Could you talk about that copyright strike you received on your channel?
Okay, so, yes, I did recently receive a channel strike, copyright strike. However, it's not as exciting as interesting as you would hope. It was actually a bit of an accident. So it was a bit of a miscommunication between me and the copyright holder. We had a few emails backwards and forwards, and everything was all sorted out, and we came to an agreement. And the person in question removed the copyright. So I'm sorry, that's not really very interesting, but that's how it happened.
Okay, well, I need to pop away for a bit, so if you can talk about something that's happened in the past year to do with Flat Earth News that has to do with yourself, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the first ever Flat Earth News I saw from you was the accusation from Ranty that I was purchasing subscribers. And this was back when when I released the Gate video, I had about 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, maybe even less than that. And the Gate video obviously went viral, and my subscribers grew to about 30,000 over the space of one weekend. And Ranty released his video on that, I think it was the Sunday of that weekend, kind of keeping tabs on my subscriber numbers and watching them grow and things like that. And it was implying that I was somehow getting these subscribers unfairly. by possibly purchasing them. Now, obviously, to gain 25,000 odd subscribers in that short amount of time would have cost quite a bit of money, which I didn't have or want to do. I've only ever obtained subscribers in a fair way, and I think, or I hope, that kind of proves it, because YouTube check every single kind of subscriber you've got to make sure they're all legitimate. So yeah, that was the news a year ago. I think I had a look on the video the other day, and there are still people going over to that video of Ranty's telling him that they're real subscribers of mine, which is I can just imagine his face every time he wakes up in the morning and he sees a few extra comments from some of my subscribers telling him that they are real. So yeah, that's and what's funny about that one really is I didn't even know how to buy subscribers. Hey, MCToon.
Yeah, it was great last night. Thanks for having us over. Yep. Yeah, MC Wife was wondering if she could get the recipe for that casserole from Mrs. L there. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I gotta head out. Somebody's asking me some question here. So, all right. See you later. Bye, Mark. All right. What was that?
How do you buy subscribers?
What do you mean?
You know how to buy subscribers. Isn't there that guy you contact, Mark or something?
No. Are you talking about Mark Sargent?
No. Mark Landon? No, Mark Nathaniel. No. What was his name?
Mark Leventhal? Is that what you mean?
That's the one. Can't you contact him to buy subs?
Well, Mark Leventhal is someone I made up as a hoax. He's the director of the Earth-shaped counterintelligence for the operation of strategic influence. Doesn't exist.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the video Planarwalk did on the hoax got quite a few feathers ruffled in the flat Earth community. Sir Sick even made a video about it, despite not being involved.
I also made a video about it.
Oh yeah, to be fair, you were involved in it.
And as you're talking about views, which I personally don't care about, it says it right here in this script. I was in the most viewed Planarwalk video, which also happened to be a flat Earth noose.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, MCToon. And I hope you get your $100,000, which is the next story on Creaky Weekly.
Don't you mean flat Earth noose?
Well, when I'm here, the show's
quantum superposition
will tunnel and collapse into Creaky Weekly.
Creaky, did you just say a lot of big words you don't understand to try and sound clever?
Ha ha ha. No. Let's just get into the story. So, you might remember Flat Out Hero. Yeah, that guy. He's the idiot who promised $100,000 to anybody who could complete his challenge. Well, he's recently accused MCToon of being dishonest.
That's rich.
Well, it's all down to Flat Out Hero's misunderstanding. And it doesn't change the fact that he owes our friend MCToon $100,000.
Alright, that should be enough time for SciManDan to finish his part. Thanks, Simon. Wait, where did he go?
Oh, he left ages ago. I've been covering for him.
Thanks, Creaky. You're a lifesaver.
You're welcome.
So, our next story is a bit of a continuation of something that I thought was long dead, but it seems Flat Out Hero can't let it go, and that is Flat Out Hero's $100,000 challenge.
I've already covered that.
Language. Alright, so anyway, last month I put out a physics test on YouTube for flat earthers to attempt. Not many flat earthers actually attempted it, although we did get Flat Earth Aussie Jesus to attempt it in a live stream.
Yes, he did pretty well considering. He got 11 out of 15 correct plus the bonus question.
He did exceed expectations, but it's easy to get over a bar that's on the ground.
Hey, give him credit. He did better than the other flirts by just attempting it, let alone getting more than 2 answers right. Anyway, people want to know the answers to the questions, so here we go. Okay, so questions 1 through 6 are pretty straightforward. We have question 1, F is equal to ma. Question 2, force mass and acceleration. Question 3, it's pressure. Question 4, 4 kilometers per hour. Question 5 is 230 kilometers per hour. And 6 is the pressure increases. Now for question 7, we were looking for something along the lines of the energy of the gas increases. To answer this question, we consider the ideal gas law, which tells us that the product of pressure and volume is equal to the product of number of atoms, Boltzmann constant, and temperature. We have the units here shown on screen, and when we combine them all together, we see that we have these units on each side of the equation. Now we can simplify this a little bit, and we see that on both sides we have units of kilogram meter squared per second squared. This is a joule, i.e. both sides of this equation show energy. Now we can rearrange this equation a little bit, and we see that pressure is then energy over volume, or an energy density. We also see that pressure is then proportional to temperature T. So we see that if temperature T increases, that pressure increases. As I said, we have an energy density. You stick more energy, i.e. heat, into the same amount of volume, that energy density is going to increase, therefore pressure increases. The answer for question 8 is 18 grams. A mole is defined as 6.022 and lots of other numbers multiplied by 10 to the 23 particles. This number is Avogadro's number. The combined mass of this number of carbon-12 atoms is 12 grams, or at least this is historically. This is not quite accurate anymore, but very close. Now the mass of 1 mole is then the number of nucleons in a particle multiplied by 1 gram. So if we have hydrogen, which has 1 nucleon, and oxygen, which has 16 nucleons, we find that 1 mole of hydrogen is 1 gram and 1 mole of oxygen is 16 grams. And pertaining to the question, we were asking for the molar mass of water, which is 2 moles of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen, and we find that the molar mass is 18 grams. What would happen if you have 1 mole of moles? Question 9. Yes, however, it is cancelled out by upward forces. Question 10. Mass per unit volume. Question 11. The shape of a liquid can best be described as the surface following the equipotential function. The equipotential function is a function which describes all points with equal potential energy. Question 12. For light to bend, it must go through a change in the index of refraction of the medium at some angle from the interface's normal vector. The amount of bending is described by Snell's law. Question 13 is Rayleigh scattering. 14. The velocity at which the force of gravity is cancelled out by the drag force. Question 15. Finally, Newton's third law states that if object 1 exerts a force on object 2, then object 2 exerts a force on object 1 which is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction.
Is that it?
Yes.
What about the bonus question?
Yeah, no, I'd rather not open the gates to hell. Descriptive.
So this next story is actually about this thing called One More Orbit, and I'm going to actually let Fight the Flat Earth talk about this.
Hey, I'm Fight the Flat Earth and welcome back to the channel that gives stupidity up for adoption. I wonder how it's getting on.
Hello, stupidity. You're mine now. No vaccinations for you.
Today we're here to celebrate Planarwalk getting 5,000 subscribers. While I'm here, I may as well shut some flat earthers up. If I had £1 for every time I heard a flat earther say, if you can show me a pole-to-pole flight, then flat earth would be dead, I'd have... Hey, Danny boy, what's 107 add 32? Well, don't think too hard, you might hurt yourself. Anyway, they say that no one has ever done a circumpolar flight. As usual, they are idiots who can't do the tiniest bit of research. It was first done by Captain Elgin M. Long, who achieved the first circumpolar flight in a twin-engined Piper PA-31 Navajo from the 5th of November to the 3rd of December 1971. He covered 62,597 kilometers in 215 hours. It's been done a whole bunch of times since then, most recently by the One More Orbit team who broke the world record by doing a circumpolar flight over both poles in 46 hours, 40 minutes and 22 seconds. The team, including 3 pilots, flew a Gulfstream G650ER with an average speed of 861 kilometers an hour. They launched from Kennedy Space Center at 9:32 a.m., exactly 50 years after Apollo 11 launched to the minute. Flew over the North Pole for the first stop in Kazakhstan, then onto Marianas, over the South Pole, then the third stop in Chile, then back to Kennedy Space Center. And to top it all off, the entire thing was live streamed. Planarwalk's dad, Wolfie 6020, did a good video covering it. I'm sure he can stick the link in this video. So, now you moron flat earthers can stop being flat earthers, right? Del?
No.
No, guess not then. What you will find now is that every flat earther will simply claim it was fake, or that they just flew around in a circle on a flat earth. This is why aliens won't talk to us. Anyway, Planarwalk, congratulations on 5k. Here's to the next 5,000 subscribers. Thanks for having me on, Planarwalk. Planarwalk? Which side is he on?
I'm up here. So as Colonel Greg mentioned, the One More Orbit flight took place at the same time as the 50-year anniversary of the Apollo 11 launch, which means that last month was actually the 50-year anniversary of the moon landings. Now, I don't actually know what to say about that. Maybe Team Skeptic can come up with something.
Hey guys, and welcome to Planarwalk's 5,000 subscriber special. I'm Team Skeptic, and recently SciManDan had me, MCToon, FTFE, and Conspiracy Catz on for a Team USA vs Team UK Apollo 11 quiz show. Now you don't have to ask who won, it was Team USA. So today I'm here to give you 5 little known facts about Apollo 11 that maybe you didn't know. Fact number 1, the Argentine Football Club connection. In Argentina, there's a football club called Club Independiente. Before the first manned mission to go to the moon, the head of public relations, Hector Rodriguez, suggested making Aldrin, Armstrong, and Collins honorary members for life. And how did Neil Armstrong respond? By taking a pennant from the club and planting it on the moon. The funny thing is, most Argentinians didn't even believe the story was true until Neil Armstrong admitted it himself on a trip to Buenos Aires. Number 2, communion on the moon. Buzz Aldrin was a pretty religious man, and when he got a chance to take part in the Apollo program and eventually go to the moon, he wondered if there was a possibility that he could take communion on the moon. While NASA didn't want to go public with the request, they didn't object to it either. So Aldrin packed his communion bread in a plastic wrap like the rest of the in-flight food and specialized chalice that could fit into his personal effects bag and read this message shortly after lunar touchdown.
Houston, Tranquility, over. Tranquility, Houston, go ahead. Roger, this is the LEM pilot. I'd like to take this opportunity to ask every person listening in, whoever, wherever they may be, to pause for a moment and contemplate the events of the past few hours and to give thanks in his or her own way. Over.
After that, he began his supper with Neil Armstrong watching, but not participating. Number 3, the total amount of time spent on the lunar surface. Most of us have seen the iconic videos and photos from the lunar surface, but that doesn't really encompass their total time on the lunar surface. During the Apollo 11 mission, astronaut Michael Collins remained in the command module Columbia while Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin descended to the lunar surface in the lunar module Eagle. While Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong only spent 2 hours and 33 minutes walking on the lunar surface, their total time on the lunar surface was actually 21 hours and 36 minutes. And that brings us to our next fact. Number 4. Where did the astronauts sleep? Most humans don't remain awake for more than 18 to 20 hours at a time. Combine that with the Apollo 11 launch not being coordinated around the astronauts' normal sleep periods, and you can find yourself with a lot of restless problems. One of these problems was the sleeping positions, because there was simply not enough room for 2 grown men, life support, EVA suits, instrumentation, and finally moon rocks to be comfortably stored in a space that was only a little bit more than 150 cubic feet. So where did the astronauts sleep, you might ask? Well, Neil Armstrong slept on top of the Ascent engine and Buzz Aldrin curled up into the fetal position on the floor. It's no wonder that in post-operation debriefings, Neil Armstrong said the rest period was almost a complete loss. And that brings us to our final fact, number 5, the fallen flag. The iconic flag on the moon from Apollo 11 isn't actually still standing anymore. Due to missing the original landing spot and having to land on a more solid surface, the original flag was unable to be properly set in the lunar soil so that it could remain standing forever. Now, how do we know this, you might ask? Well, Buzz Aldrin was looking out of the lunar module window as it left the lunar surface and saw the exhaust blow the flag over. So those are 5 little known facts about the Apollo 11 mission that maybe you didn't know. Congratulations, Planarwalk, on passing 5,000 subscribers. I've enjoyed your content since the very first video I watched, and it's truly been a pleasure to get to work with you. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
So hopefully that was news to some people. If it wasn't, then you can talk to Team Skeptic about it. So one of the big memes that has come about recently is the space comma. And would you believe it that I have actually received a space comma that was read out in a video, but not as a space comma? Gonna have to get Catz onto this one.
Planarwalk, hey buddy, thank you very much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, and it's really good to see your channel growing like it is. You really deserve it. Unfortunately, I can't stay around too much. You see, over the past couple of weeks, I've been trying to catch up on all the prehistoric space commas that I missed before the space comma became a real thing, and I've got one left. And I can't concentrate on anything else until it's done, so I'm going to have to bob off and read that one now. I'll catch you later.
Hello, my name is Nathan Oakley and I'm a complete numbnut, but it doesn't stop me thinking I'm right. Science deals with the natural world. Mathematics and programming are not science. I'm the only one in the world that thinks maths has got nothing to do with science. It's because I can't count or convert meters to kilometers, so I just pretend it's not important. And I can tie my shoelaces now, though.
Hello, my name's Nathan Hokey Cokey Jokley, and I'm just back to show you what a moron I am. Here we go. Right. A scientific hypothesis establishes the cause in a cause and effect relationship. Wrong. No, just wrong. I'm an idiot. Now let's look at the next paragraph. Science deals with the natural world. Blah, blah, blah. Where's this space comma? Oh, I can see it. On the flat earth, Debbie, we deal with science. Space comma. Found it. Got it. That's a study of the natural world. Anyway, thanks for the advert. My name's Nathan Hokey Cokey Jokley. I hope you think I'm an idiot too. Bye.
That feels better.
Now Catz can be at peace with the world, until the next space comma approaches. So there is one last bit of news, and I'm going to present this because it has a lot to do with me. It also has to do with Fight the Flat Earth, but mostly to do with me. So you may have heard that I'm working on a video game called Flurfia. It's about if the Earth were to actually be flat. And it's actually available for download right now. Now what is currently available is not finished. What we've currently got available is a demo, and that's to get feedback to see if we can find any bugs that I may have missed. We've found quite a few. So if you'd like to test it out, all you have to do is join my Discord server, a link will be in the description, and then go to a channel called Flurfia Alpha, and there should be a copy of the game there that you can download. And by the time this video goes up, the version that should be there should be 0.1.2. So thank you everyone for joining me for the 1 year special of Flat Earth News, which also happened to be my 5K special, which didn't actually have a whole lot of me in it. Although, to be fair, everyone else that was in this video has reached 5,000 subscribers.
Well,
hey, what about me?
You were going to get Carl Sagan on the show. Speaking of, where is Carl Sagan?
Yeah, funny story. I brought that one up with Satan, and he immediately took the wife on a long holiday. It was really weird. But I suppose it's been nice to have some time away.
Away from Satan or the wife?
Yeah, if I answer that, I'll be forced to endure eternal torment.
Oh, so your wife then. So leave a like and subscribe if you like this video. Leave a comment on how epic this 10-person crossover was. And yes, there are 10 people in this video. Keep watching. And once the premiere is done, you should be able to find links to all the channels that have appeared in this video in the description. As always, a big shout out to my $20 or more patrons: Fight the Flat Earth, Stantrucker, What Jesus, Robert Legere III, and Wolfie. You guys basically allow me to keep the lights on. If you want to support me financially, you can do so on Patreon, link will be in the description, and if you sign up, you get a couple of rewards. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Between you and me, thank you for watching.
Ahoy hoy, Planeswalker here. I'm sorry, I can't do the accent.
Hey Planarwalk, I figured I'd do this flurf style. I'm in the car. I just wanted to congratulate you on 5,000 subs and keep them coming, man. Congratulations.
Here's to 10k.